was at the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
And I rented a house from the owner.
Sure.
He came over to do pictures. He had grandkids. And I was meet and greet and thank him for allowing me to stay in the house. And he had a basketball court. He says, I want you to shoot one free throw. I said, really? And I already paid for the house. It's not like he got to see me. So when I stepped up to shoot the free throw, it's the most nervous I've been in years.
Stop it.
In years.
Stop it. Come on.
And reason being is those kids heard the stories from the parents about what I did 30 years ago.
Right.
So their expectation is 30 years prior, and I haven't touched the basketball.
I hope you switched it.
Absolutely.
Hello and welcome to Who You Got Live. I'm Sun-EB7 and we're back for another one on this Friday, 10/23. You heard it. You heard it from the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Michael Jordan. And did you expect him to say anything other than he squished it? There's actually video of him doing it. They recorded it and they posted it. So you did see him swish it, but you didn't think he wouldn't. I mean, he could have missed if he wanted to, but that mentality is never going to go away. He has to win, period. And there's nothing wrong with that. He swished it for the grandkids. If you're young and you ever came up and said, just how competitive was he? And you just really didn't know, you didn't have an idea. You just saw the videos and saw how he played. If you just take the snippet of what you saw today and you just apply that to his whole career, his whole life, he hasn't changed. He's changed his perspective. You can see that he's growing up, but at that competitive edge, that's never going anywhere. He's still that way. He tries to sound toned down a little bit, but no, I ain't buying it. If you challenged him and he went and worked out, I think he'd take the challenge. If he didn't, it would be the hardest thing he ever had to do was turn down a challenge like that when it comes to basketball. That's okay though. But in watching that and then watching some other reactions from the media, some guy called Sham or Cham, it's Sham, I think it is, SHAM. He had an interesting perspective about that interview. In the interview, they asked Michael Jordan, when the last time you picked up a ball? Michael Jordan said, years. It's been years. Okay, any adult watching that is like, okay, it could be 3 weeks ago. It feel like years. I mean, once you get a certain age, it's been a long time. When you're used to picking up a basketball 50 times a day, and all of a sudden you haven't picked it up in 5 months, that feels like years, right? Well, just when you thought this wouldn't be an issue, right? This guy Sham comes on and he starts talking about how Jordan is not being honest about when the last time he picked up a basketball, I guess in reference to the fact that he hit the shot. And it just seemed like he was trying to make this something bigger than it should be. He said he ain't picked it up in years. The man is in his 60s. What the hell are you talking about? He's acting like he's been practicing just for that shot. And I'm like, what is going on with the media these days? They're just putting anybody. I mean, if he was a YouTuber, okay, but he's an actual media member, from what I understand. He writes articles and he's a legitimate media member, and he's on the petty train for real. I don't even defend Jordan that much, but this right here, this is like, grow up.
To Wembanyama, guarded by Washington. Wembanyama, the fake, the reverse, and the foul. A figment of our basketball imagination.
But on a lighter note, anybody pay attention to Wemby last night? The NBA is back. And Wemby, he's been waiting for this day. You get some of your best, you can tell they couldn't stand the offseason. They were waiting to get back to this point so that they can show what they've worked on and how eager they are to show the changes that they've made so far. That's pretty awesome. So does that mean San Antonio is about to become one of the teams to beat in the NBA this year? I don't think so. And then I run into a heated discussion with Bomani Jones, Paul Feinbaum, and another writer. And this thing goes off the rails quick.
He's given back to the state. A couple of months ago, Hank Williams raised millions of dollars for tornado victims in Tuscaloosa, and that matters to people. And what people down here don't like are people like Dave Zirin making idiotic statements about country music songs that Hank Williams has written. I've respected Dave for a long time, but I think the statement he made today is the single stupidest I've ever heard in the history of this program.
Well, just it's a slap in the face to country music because it's a stereotype about country music that everybody who's involved in it believes in the Confederate flag, believes in oppressing people, and believes in the idea that comparing the president
Dave,
to
But not any more Southern than me. I born in Atlanta. I grew up in Texas. I don't feel the need to prove that. I haven't made any jokes about anybody from Alabama. My mother has lived in Alabama for the last 15 years.
You're the one who just talked about black people down here, not me.
No, I'm talking about that song, which doesn't have a single mention of any black people in it, and is cast as a utopia, which is part of this neo-Confederate thing that Hank Williams has had going for a while. It's not everybody in Alabama that feels that way about this. It's not everybody in Alabama that has a problem with the neo-Confederate mem.
You know, first of all, I have never liked Feinbaum. He's just one of those dudes seem like he just have a beer and then just start talking. I don't know. But lastly, I want to end on a funny note. Inside the NBA, of course, is back, and it's on ESPN, and those guys will always be the funniest. You just can't replace them. The funny thing was these two going to race to the board again. So they agreed not to run. First of all, I got out my calendar and I clocked them to see how fast they would make it to the board.
We'll do you know how you do the fast walk?
All right, deal.
So you don't hurt yourself.
All right, deal.
So we do fast walk to the board. Hold on. We'll say, Ernie, you could get ready, set, go.
Ready, set, go.
No. Ready?
Yeah.
Set, go. See,
That's just. Come on.
Next, I observed the distance and the height of those stairs.
So, look out, Shaq.
Come on, man. I didn't want to run.
Look at your pocket square, man. You were going so fast.
Hey, I tell you.
The height of those stairs was like, I don't even know why I don't even know why they got up to go to them. Shaq didn't even make it up the stairs. He tripped on the first one. I don't think he could get his leg up that high because he got a hip problem, and them things are huge. The only thing I was thinking is either they're going to need to start doing this with walkers, or ESPN going to have to take those stairs and knock them down and build a ramp. Soon they're going to have those Walmart electric carts trying to get over to that board because these two, they're running out of time. All that said, it was good to see the show. It was nice to have a laugh because that's what you're going to get with their show. Their show is naturally funny. They're just being themselves. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for joining. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you like the content. And we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
He's given back to the state. A couple of months ago, Hank Williams raised millions of dollars for tornado victims in Tuscaloosa, and that